the poisonous serpent of time biting them. So that is the glory of God. That means only God can save us, simply. We may be weak, but we are struggling. That's why here emphasis is that not that you can do by yourself, but to understand that we are missing. No? Sometimes we are so ignorant that we do not know that we are suffering. It is a play of the Maya. Maya plays in such a way that it does not allow us to understand even that we are in suffering. We are really in trouble, but we do not know that we are. So who can in this world can help us, redeem us, free us? Now, that was the verse last time we read. Now, let us read this verse, next verse. It is given the glory that even Krishna's glance comes, God's glance upon us comes, it can free us from bondage. So, Badhyo Maneo Pimad Bhakto Vishaya in Jitendriya or Jitendriya. 113 bottom. Praya Pragalbhaya Bhaktya Vishayairna Vibhuyate Baddhamanopi Madbhakto Vishair Ajitendriya. Even if a devotee, suppose we are all struggling, no? If some devotee, that is the glory of bhakti. Bhakti gives surrender. And he says that even if a devotee like us who has not obtained mastery of the senses in the world of allurement, in the world of attraction, though we understand truth, but we cannot hold on. Even in that situation, who is there that happens to be overcome by them, he is rescued from enslavement to them. That means who can escape except in God himself? In the course of time, while his devotion becomes matured and strong, he redeems even the people in the path of spirituality, making a journey, and fails sometimes, gets really perverted into the worldliness again. But in time, that devotion itself is such powerful that it draws the attention of the love of God, and God redeems in proper time. That means in time they are pulled out of their suffering, the condition of suffering, by the grace of God. So it is the glory of God. This bhakti will always try to put into our heart that type of feeling of surrender. You fail. Point is that you fail, then what? Sometimes if you fail, there is a concept you are sinner and you are going down and there is no rescue for you. Huh? But no, even if I have failed, he will protect me, he will redeem me. Like Ramakrishna, when Girish Ghosh once he said, had I known, O Ramakrishna, that you will be born again, what sin I have committed? I would have committed more sinful things. Because you are such a powerful spiritual personality, you will redeem me from this. What do I care? I could have done just whatever I like more. So it is not to say that allow anybody to indulge into that, but it is giving a big impetus that, God's grace is so powerful. Even being fallen, being lost our track of life from the journey, the goal we miss, God's grace is so powerful, it will redeem. So who is there? That's why that it is Baddhamane pi madbhakta. So Baddhamane pi. It says my votaries, though attracted by the pleasure and unable to control their senses, do not succumb to them by virtue of their strong devotion. That means that devotion is such, God protects. Wherever is our weakness, it's like a father holding this hand of the child. The child is walking and wobbling, as the mom and dad is there, what they do? They are doing like that, and bas. It does not allow you to fall, though you are almost falling. Mother holds and dad holds. So God is like that, so dear to you. So this is the glory. So even the devotees of mine, that, oh yeah, Vad Bhakto. First of all, you have to be Bhakto. Second word is Vad Bhakto. That means you must have to love God. No? You must love me. Those who love me, that Bhakta. And Vishair Ajitendriya. Jito Indriya means he has conquered the senses. That's for Gyani. No? Everything else, not this, not this, not this. You have control that. Morality is the foundation of all religion. No? So when you say you conquer, but you cannot. We have human weaknesses. So he says, even if that happens, prayo pragalbha, it is like the pagol. Because pragalbha means held, pagal, or mad. But here happens to overcome by them. He is trying, but he becomes mad. Though he pull, one side pull for God, another side pull the senses. So in that he becomes like a mad. That person, even bhaktya, by their bhakti only, they are protected. But I go and protect them. So in the course of time, his devotion becomes massive. Now, next one. Pushchalyapa chittam ko anna vichaitum shamaha Atma Ramesharam Mrite Bhagavantam Adhukshayam. So Pushchalya Aporitam Chittam, whose heart is drawn, attracted by Pushchala means worldly temptations. Question that who that whose heart is being drawn by pushchala, aparita means stolen away. As our mind does not go to God, somebody has stolen our mind. That means mind is engaged in something, it does not come to God. So if that Lord, that who's like that mind from seductive attraction, they are saying that Pushchala meaning they have done very verbative statement that the mind which is seductive, which cannot stop the seductive attraction of a harlot to which it had succumbed. Mind is really drawn and it has been absorbed there. Even that mind, kon namochaitam shamaha, who in the world can redeem that mind? Capable, kshama means capable, capable to bring that person back to the thought of the divine. Atma Ramesharam Mrite, that Amrita, that nectar like thing, the Supreme Being is self satisfied. Atma Rama, when he is self satisfied, he does not need anyone's support. God is self sufficient, no? He enjoys in his own bliss. Then even Bhagavat says, those who are bhaktas, the devotees, when they attain that supreme love, they call Atma Ramascha. Atma Rama. They remain very much joyful in their own self. They don't need. We go for joy for what? For fun, joy. What shall we get? Wherever to see something beautiful, I go outside. To hear something good, I go to the music, concert, this, that. Nothing bad. But this going this way, that way, all the senses, here and there. But Atma Rama, to go inward and enjoy the bliss in yourself without any support. You don't need anybody then. So they are called the bhaktas who have realized God. But here Atma Rama has been translated as Lord Krishna himself, who is saturated in his own bliss. He does not need. Say Atma Rameshwara. He is the Ishara, who is Amrita. Who is Amrita means he is already full in himself. Who else but Vishnu, the Supreme Being? Ishvara, Supreme Being is Ishvara. The self-satisfied Atma Rama, the Lord of all and the Master of the senses. Bhagavantam Adhokshajam. That Bhagavan, that Lord, Adhokshajam is here Krishna. Who could be there, could have saved my mind? Huh? Who is saying this? There is an old story, because Bhagavad is a big book. He's collecting one verse from here. Context is that there was illustrated. The above truth is illustrated by Pururava's from his own case. Pururava, there is a man whose life was holy. He tried in a whole divine path, and his mind was uh, attracted to some worldly thing, and he forgot all his spiritual practices, and the grace of God redeemed him. That story is there behind. So he's saying, it is his statement, who can help me where my mind goes outside, my senses always running in the outside world, and don't find any joy or attraction even inside? Who else but Krishna or the Narayana can redeem me? And again, glorifying the grace, compassion of God. That means God's grace can do anything. That's why even in spiritual practice it is said, you do your spiritual practice as much as you can, but don't think that you will do by your own everything. You see Swami Turiyananda, who is established in the absolute non-dual truth. At the end, he's saying, Mother, 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 grace, 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 grace. He's telling, why do you so much doubt? Depend on Mother. Shanti Ashram, when he was here, he used to tell, why are you so worried? That depend on Mother. Mother is there. And also in Vedanta, it says that grace of God is necessary as a last resort for God realization or knowing your own self. You do your effort, and you'll find that one place that your effort, how much we do, not sufficient. Still, it is not coming. So therefore, you surrender, surrender, surrender. So this book also translates the same thing. It says, who else than the Lord Vishnu, the great controller of the senses, firmly fixed in his meditation of the self? Here Atma Rama, he has explained this way, that he is established in himself, and God. Who else can restore the heart that has been stolen by a seductive harlot? Notice that this was spoken by Pururavas, that gentleman, when his own eyes were opened and he had realized that he was the victim of the charms of Urvasi. In the Purana, Urvasi is considered the most beautiful peri of Indra's court. So their love forms the subject of the poet Kalidasa's beautiful play called Vikramorvasi. There is one, Kalidas was a great Indian Sanskrit poet, and I think, what is the description? Kalidas is the earliest Kobi, he's called the poet, and it's very classical Sanskrit poems are there. He has written about this play, that this man Pururava was doing spiritual practice. You know, in every scripture there is that type. Last temptation, Christ, no? Last temptation comes. These are that type of thing. When mind is drawn into that, in Buddha's life, in Christ's life, no? temptation. So meaning the mind, though it is flying so high, sometimes it gets still attracted to the things which are extraordinarily beautiful, extraordinarily charming. So mind goes for that. Then it forgets the spiritual journey. Who will help you that time? It is. Where, because spiritual journey is always very tough journey, very serious journey. As you rise high in your spiritual journey, you're, you should be more careful, because fall is more higher fall. If one is climbing 10 feet and falls from 10 feet, that's hitting is not that big as one goes to 100 feet and falls from 100 feet. As high is the spiritual journey, so much is the risk, so much is the care. That's why you have to say, oh Lord, please help me, please help me. You have to pray to the higher power to protect. That is the inspiration. That is, you can do yourself, but you know, you will find that you are helpless someplace. So it is better to surrender to God. Tasmat tam sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. In the Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat tam sharanam gaccha. Therefore you take refuge in every possible way to me. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayasami. Exactly, Bhagavad Gita is telling the same thing. That what I shall do, that I shall, aham tvam sarva papebhyo, from all types of sins, I will rescue you from all types of sins. That said there. Yeah. So I shall protect you. You only take refuge at me. No? Sarva dharman parityajya. See, here is very important. You give up your all dharma. Dharma means your duties. Your duties, but think that you are serving me only. My duty. So all duties, as a father, as a mother, as a say, yes, no father, mother, brother, sister. All services for God. All services for God. All services for God. See what a beautiful blending of the spirituality here. It's not saying you go give up everything and go somewhere and get out of your so-called responsibilities. You are doing apparently the duty, but your heart is not the so-called duty. You are serving God only through that. Sarvo dharman, other dharma, as a mother, father, sister, brother, your teacher, or there is that, you do that. It can make a very beautiful meaning out of it. That all these dharmas, parityajya, give up. Mamekam saranam bhaja. Take refuge in me. That means what? When you are cooking, you think that you are serving me. When you are doing any job, you are doing for God. You are teaching, you are doing teaching God in the form of these children. No? So other dharma you forget, but you only concentrate on me alone. Mam ekam sharanam braja. If you can do that, aham tva. If you can do this part, then for my part, I assure you, what I shall do? Krishna said, aham tvam sarva papebhyo. What type of mistakes, what type of sinful activity, what type of bad things you have done in your life, don't worry about that. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Papa here we can explain as ignorance. This is the ignorance. You see that you are serving your wife. You are thinking that you are serving your children. You think that you are serving, you are tired of serving your husband, mom, son, friend, office, boss. The nonsense. Forget that. You are not serving anyone. Mamekam saranam. You take refuge in me means you feel that you are serving me. And if you can do that, this your sin is ignorance. Seeing the variety, as we are always serve everyone and cry and weep. I did so much, I did so much, and no one cares for me and no one talks about me. And one remembers, even gives a thankless job I am doing day and night. This is the frustration we get into it. But it says, no, you are not doing for anybody. I will redeem you from this ignorance. Your veil of ignorance will be lifted, and you will see that I have redeemed you. That means, just in this language, though it is a devotional language, but see how it is blended in Vedanta. Only to think is if you are one-pointedly think of serving God, serving God, serving God, and connecting with God, connecting with God, connecting with God. These are different avenues. Whatever you do from morning till night, these are all different opportunities. Not to think of the matter. We think of the matter. Mother, father, brother, sister, these are material things we are thinking. Human relationship we are bringing, but we are not bringing spiritual relationship. So here is saying that if you can do that, but even you do whatever reckless thing in life, I will redeem you. Now, next one. But this is the Krishna on devotion as a means to attain Brahman. What he says? Bhaktyudhavanopayinya sarvaloka maheshwaram sarvatpatyapayang brahma karanang mopayatiya sha. So he says, now it is Krishna saying, my means of loving devotion, which is constant and deep rooted. Sarvo utpatti upi appayang. Man attains to me, the supreme master of all the worlds, which is the first cause and Brahman, in whom creation, preservation, and destruction of the whole world takes place. So by means of loving devotion, if one can generate this loving devotion, devotion is also there adding loving devotion. Understand the word. Why loving devotion? We do devotion. Devotion is what? Offer flower, chant some mantras, do something for the shrine. This is called the devotion. Not loving devotion. You are doing, thinking you are offering to your beloved Lord. So that love, that connection. Otherwise it is ritual, hand gesture, flower, throwing flower, giving mantra, putting like this, putting overhead, putting like that. These are all rituals. It's good, but it is meaningless because it is not added with the love, devotion. So that's why its translation is that by means of loving devotion, which is constant and deep rooted. That means our love should be constant. How will it be constant? It should be constant only if you can whole day dedicate like that. Whatever you are doing from morning, you did some work only. This work or that work or that work or that work. But every work is for only to please the Lord. Because God is in everyone. So if one can keep that, that's why constant that love and deep rooted. Deep rooted means so ingrained that you don't forget it. And a man attains to me. Who is me? Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Me, not the Krishna, the man Krishna. Sometimes personified form of the divine, but we forget the divine and take the human aspect only. When you see the human aspect, you are in trouble. When you see Ramakrishna as a human, what happens? Then comes a comparison. Even the holiest, I was thinking that you see, during Ramakrishna's time, what a trouble. Ramakrishna, the local people, the Calcutta people, there are many who were actually day and night criticizing Ramakrishna. I was thinking Niranjanananda, the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. So he was in the boat and coming to Dakshineshwar or going wherever. And the boatmen started talking about very badly about Ramakrishna. Oh, that Ramakrishna, she's a pagal, mad guy, and does this, that. And then Niranjan got angry. Why he got angry? Because they are criticizing Sri Ramakrishna. That means bad criticism. Otherwise, why he should be so angry? Then he was a strong guy. He said, what? If you say another word about Sri Ramakrishna, I'll sink the boat. And all the people who are criticizing, and he started to rock the boat himself. And seeing that, other people stopped. No? But whatever, he scolded, Ramakrishna scolded him. Why are you doing like that? That's a different thing. But look at the point. Ramakrishna, the Lord of the universe, who is in the world, no one has seen such purity. That person is criticized by the people, local people. And so, and we scold, when Thakur scolded, his anger is bad, don't do like that, because you are doing that. There are many innocent people, they are also could have drowned into the, then you would have incurred the sin of so many deaths. Like that, to stop his anger. But the anger is not the point. Look at the history. Even Sri Ramakrishna, he is criticized as seeing as a human, when you see as a human. That's why don't look at your Ishta Devata as a human. Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Christ, whatever is your Ishta Devata, Rama, not human. That's why it is called Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. This aspect is very important. If you say Brahman, sometimes you get confused because Brahman is me also. I am also Brahman. I am also manifestation of Brahman. And Ramakrishna, that's a problem. When I first came here, this room was full of like some of the new young brahmacharis, there were 5, 6 brahmacharis were there. So when I first came, I was totally innocent. I didn't know that. And I started talking about that avatar reincarnation, this, that. And some of the boys, they said, what are you talking about? Manifestation of Brahman. And I am also manifestation of Brahman. Is it not? Really? You can say no.
No, but some are
But
purer.
that is a secondary point. I said that yes, you are also manifestation of Brahman, and yes, Ramakrishna is also manifestation of Brahman. But you cannot redeem me. You cannot touch me giving samadhi. But he could have done that. So that is the difference between you and. But but he said no. But you have to come to the argument. You are talking about Ramakrishna as a manifestation of Brahman. I am also manifestation of Brahman, but I am the same. So why I shall worship him? So I could not convince. 2 days or 3 days I tried to prove, but my argument was not strong enough that I could convince him. All the arguments I know I gave, but he said no. I am Brahman. I am the manifestation of Brahman. Whatever manifestation, I am Brahman. So why I shall worship him?
Don't worship.
But you cannot be a monk. If you
But the
think.
scripture says that to the avatars, even if, because they are avatars, even if you see them as a human being, you will feel liberated. Like Jashoda never thought Krishna as avatar, God, nothing. She loved as a human being, like only her.
But if you don't love, I don't care. Why shall I worship? I don't love, no question. Why shall I go?
No,
I
I'm
am
not
Brahman.
talking about that person. No, because what here you are saying that you said no that do not see your Ishta Devata as human being. As soon as you see as a human being, then this bad thing will come. But if they are, because Sri Ramakrishna is avatar, even if I see like good, bad, all these things, because of
That you are saying out of devotion, you are bringing devotion into the factor. Whatever you know or don't know, you look at him, his purity will change you, his grace will clear you. You are not saying those words, but you are meaning that. That if you criticize Ramakrishna or you just make it so much, you can go and beat him also because he's a man like me. He's a crazy guy. Normally crazy guy when you cannot control, what do we do? We hold him, take him to the psychiatric hospital, sometimes give some beating also if he's too much mad. too much crazy. So that's the point. That is bhakti you are bringing. And also that bhakti is important, true. If you love God in whatever way, you will feel its greatness. But love is the question. Do you love? I don't love. I don't care for him. Why shall I? Why shall I think of him? Why shall I meditate upon him? No, I don't like it.
Even hatred also, because the
Hate,
kamsa and all this.
yeah, don't say that. Hatred, they actually love. That hatred has a history. So they are the greatest lover of Krishna. They have been cursed, and they are being cursed to come down into the earth. So they preferred that I will take long time to go come back here again. So what shall be the way? So I will be born in such a way that I will always think of you. Think of you with, not with love inside, but outside is hatred. That is greater love. You remember God every second. Look at that side of the. Every example is to look at a particular angle. So here Krishna to be remembered every moment. You love somebody, you can forget him even. But if he is an enemy to you, or suppose he is going to searching you to kill. Suppose if I know that someone is searching for me all the time, day and night, he may come any time to kill me. I cannot forgive that man. Because I will remember all the time. Every breath I say, oh, he's coming. Oh, he's so he's thinking of God day and night. So that type of intensity is a rare thing. Those are special examples. But the love should be important. That's why it is called bhakto. Bhakto. This Bhagavad is saying that it is a loving devotion. We have just read means loving devotion. That is important. By God's grace, yes, we say so. Even if you look at Ramakrishna, those people who criticized, they are not ordinary people, I may say, out of bhakti. Because of that, they may have got their higher life now. They have got great devotion, maybe. Somebody said that because we are in Dakshineshwar, we criticize, that's why we are here now. Because of his grace. That's the grace, his part. But I didn't understand that. But it is a question of understanding God. And God should be understood. You love, then you'll be quick. Otherwise, what is the difference between worshipping a man and avatar? You will think that I love Rama. I love my friend. I also love Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda, why he criticized that God has become an object of our many selections. Like I love so many things. I love a Japanese vase. Swamiji gave that example. I love a Japanese vase. I also love God. I love thousand other things. I also love God also. So it is become one among the thousands. But if you think he is God himself, your love increases. The quality, if you immediately bring that he is Sarva Loka Maheshwara, he is the Mahaishwar, great controller of birth, death, creation, sustenance, then that glory gives you more connection with God. So this is the purpose. This book also translates the same verse. It says, it is by constant devotion, O Uddhava, that one reaches me, who am Brahma, the first cause, the great Lord of all the world, the creator and destroyer of it.
This is part of Uddhava Gita.
Part of Uddhava Gita. 11th chapter, both are. Previous one also, probably it may be different, is 18th chapter, 11th book, 18th chapter, 45 verse, what we read now. That has the reference of that glory of the Lord. Now, next big verse, 6 lines are there. 6 lines are there. Yathagnihi susamriddharchi karote dhangsi bhasmasat तथा मद्विषया भक्तिः उद्धवैनांसि कृत्स्नसाः न साधयति मां योगो न सांख्यं धर्मयुद्धवा न स्वाध्याय तपः त्यागो यथा भक्तिर्ममोर्जिता भक्त्याहम् एकया ग्राह्यः श्रद्धयात्मा प्रियः सताम् भक्ति पुनातिमन्निष्ठा स्वापाकान् अपि सम्भवात्. Very beautiful example. What? Yatha Agni, as a fire, Susamriddha, when its flame is high. No? Archi, that's Orcha, these flames are high. Karoti edham sivasmasat. You put anything, any firewood, anything, it makes it to ashes. It burns. Tatha, in the similar way, Madhisvaya, those who are meditating upon me. In which way? Remember, meditating upon me as the Sarvaloka Mahesa. Bring that context. That Bhaktir Uddhavair Nasi Krishnam. That he attains that attains such a devotion to me that destroys all the sins. Krishna means totally. It destroys, like the fire burns out all the negativities and it makes the firewood light and heat. So all the sins and misdeeds, when love goes for God, God has the redeeming power, or power to destroy all the sins, that it takes away all our bad karmas of past and present. And then to emphasize this bhakti, with this type of love for God, he says, Na sadhayati mang yoga, those who is practicing yoga practice, and a path of meditation. No Sankhyam, those who are following the path of Sankhya Yoga, or 24 cosmic principles, Prakriti, Purusha, all these analysis. Sankhyam Dharmam, that religion of Sankhya philosophy, that means analytical path. No Sadhaya, those who are doing tremendous scriptural study day and night to understand the truth of the scriptures. Tapa, those who are doing tremendous austerity. And many, we go to the Indian yogis, there are many austere practices. Someone is sitting on the thorn, that yogic power, no? In the flame. It's even, see, tapas is what? What the Holy Mother did? Panchatapa. What? 5 fire. Burning fire. And the sun, hot sun in the midday. And you have to enter, taking a deep into the Ganga, and you enter into the flame. Mother was thinking, how shall I enter into it? Then Joginma, she also accompanied. And then ultimately both of entered. Anyhow, see the 5 fire all around, very close. And the sun is on, and in that you have to keep the mind in, or praying for. This is tapas, takes away the sins and misdeeds. But mother has no sin and misdeed. For us, she did. That is the point. But that time also Thakur passed away. Her heart was burning in pain, no? The agony of separation. So that's why, to reduce that, somebody suggested, Ma, you do this tapas, austerity, panchatapa. So then it will be reduced. Anyhow, so mother entered into that, and her body was turned all, skin was dark because of such long time. But she, into the fire, inside the fire. You sit in the fire, 5 fires are. Skin became very dark. because it is like a burned, burnt skin. So, but here it says sadhaya, that different types of austerities, sadhaya, tapa, yoga, yatha bhaktir mama urjita. It does not compare if you have a urjita bhakti. Mama urjita bhakti. Urjita means, it is Bengali called upse porche. Mane overflowing love for God. Love for God is so much that if you can have that, it supersedes all these different practices. It is glorifying. It is glorifying the bhakti so that we generate such love for God. Bhaktya aham ekaya grajya. That's why he said that neither yoga, nor sankhya, nor dharma, nor scriptural study, nor austerity, nor renunciation can attract and dominate me as deep-rooted devotion can do. That means if one is, as I say, urjita, overflowing devotion, here says deep-rooted. They have translated deep-rooted bhakti. With the help of answering bhaktya homekaya grajya, I am available only by deep bhakti, this one-pointed love. Shraddhaya Atma Priyo Swatam, who has deep Shraddha, faith and trust and love in me. Bhakti Punati Man Nishtha Swapakanapi Sambhavat. Even bhakti, this deep-rooted devotion, purifies even one who is born sinner. They, because of their bad karma if they are done, they will also get cured. Meaning, everyone will be free from only by devotion. But devotion should be, it's not so easy. Devotion, we think that, then it is devotion is easy. Now you go to Narada Bhakti Sutra. And the condition of the bhakti is much more than Jnani. That means you have to give out everything. As I said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. The gopis gave up every responsibility. When the call for Krishna came, that's why Bhagavad gives the detailed description. The one lady was cooking for the ailing mother-in-law. She forgot. Call of God has come. Boom, they leave it and went away. And then someone is nurturing the baby. Forget the baby, ran away. Like that, everyone gave up their own responsibility. They are very devoted to their own duties and responsibilities, but they gave up everything because they love Krishna. Krishna's call came. So that, when it comes, that bhakti supersedes everything. That is the end result. That means tremendous attraction for God. It is like a magnet attracting the needle. That is the end result of all your sadhana. But mind it is not so easy to have that type of. We have bhakti. Yeah, I go to temple. That is routine. I go. Everyone goes. I also go. I also salute, and everyone saluting. I salute. But do we feel, I have not gone to see Thakur this morning? Oh ho ho! The old guy is sitting over there. Some sadhu told me. Do you ever feel that Sri Ramakrishna is waiting in the shrine, waiting to see you from morning? That poor guy is sitting like that. Who will come? When they will come? Who will see at me? He is so waiting. Mane, and sometimes alone sitting, nobody is there. But always waiting, somebody to come. My children will come and see. And so that Swami created this when teaching this bhakti. He gave this example. Do you ever feel that Sri Ramakrishna is in Belur Math? Because we used to stay in Belur Math, next to Belur Math. That do you ever feel that he is waiting for you every day, and sometimes hours waiting, no one is around. So he's so happy to see you. He's waiting for you. Feel that. Do you feel? No, we go, salute. In India, it is a rule. circumambulate, go around the temple, routine, go when, and even my mind is somewhere. I am pranam, I am doing pranam, my body is bending, but mind is always somewhere else. So here is talking about to create such emotion. No? God is a palpable presence. How Thakur used to do? Look at that. He may say it is foolishness. Acha, he is God himself. He has realized God. He could do in his own room. When Totapuri asked, hey, will you get sannyas? You are a fit candidate. I like it. Will you? Well, I do not know anything. I'll have to go to my mother. Are what type of talk is that Ramakrishna talking? What mother? And really you see what has happened. He went to mother and asked mother, Ma, this Tota, this Nangta means the Totapuri. He is asking me to get mantra. Shall I do it? And then what mother said, he knows. He came back and said, yes, my mother has said that I is okay. And Totapuri thought, the poor guy, yeah, probably he went to his earthly mother to ask this question. That means it is a palpable presence. I have seen in our president and other Swamijis, when they go for giving the initiation, they go to the temple you do not know with such humility, as if they are talking, standing for a long time. What they are talking, God knows, is a living, palpable existence. That is the type of devotion we are talking. But our devotion is devotion. It is a preparatory devotion that will lead to that devotion. So when that devotion comes, it is the supreme. So that is the point. So with the help of unswerving devotion, on the top of 115, coupled with earnest faith, Shraddha, earnest faith, holy men are able to attain to me, who am as dear to them as their very soul. These devotees think that I am their most near and dear. There is no one. They can forget everything but cannot forget me. So that type of urge there, deep-rooted devotion to me purifies even one who is a born sinner. So this is the glorification of this. I will read this translation and end. It says the same translation, but it is a different, another person has done. So this translation gives a different flavor. As the fire with its briskly kindled flame reduces fuel to ashes, so does, O Uddhava, devotion to me consumes all sins. Neither yoga, karma yoga, nor sankhya, jnana yoga, nor the practice of ordinances, Vedic ritualistic rite, nor recitation of the Vedas, chanting, Vedic chanting, performances of penances, nor deed of charity wins me, conquers me so much, O Uddhava, as does devotion which is superior, as does devotion which is superior to all. Only by one pointed devotion and faith I am own. I, who am the very loved life of the saints. Devotion to me sanctifies even the feeder on a dog's flesh, that means lowest of the social strata, and purifies him of the stain of his birth and vocation. Note, instances of members of the most depressed classes having been elevated into the rank of saints occurred in the religions, especially in Vaishnava literature in Hinduism. But in Hindu literature, you will find that there is glorious stories about how people born in a very inconvenient condition, where there is no spiritual practice or opportunity, by love and devotion they attain freedom. So that is. But here is one point before I end, is that you have to understand, are we then contradicting? Shall we not follow Vedanta? What we are doing, are this wrong? This is only bhakti, is all, and what about jnana?
No, I think it's the same. It's the practicing with
devotion, you just put intention and focus and put everything into it, head and heart.
Yeah. There also, we are practicing. I am Brahman, everything is Maya, this. But it's a vocabulary, it is a word of speech. It is intellectually, I am grasping it little by little. This is, he is comparing with this type of bhakti versus uninterrupted love, one pointed flow of love. This comparison. And when you read the Vedanta book, you will see Vedanta is the highest, then Bhakti, then. Meaning that Vedantic understanding, when one has developed in such an idea, really convinced this world is appearance, the truth is only one. That real, it is touching the almost the truth. That type of understanding versus this bhakti, which we go to temple, as I have said. We go to temple, we salute, we do ritual, we put flowers, we take out the flower. It's comparing this bhakti versus this jnana. This is much higher. So you understand, one is a preparatory state, another is a attained state, developed state. So it is bhakti does not mean, don't compare a student of bhakti, a student of jnana, which is higher. No, they are all the same in the grade scale, grade school. No? But when they excel in this, then of course he has excelled bhakti and other thing. Or bhakti excels on uninterrupted love for God, then that is higher than other aspects. So we have to make this balance, otherwise our concept will be little confused. So next day, Thursday, there will be no class because I will be gone again, and to come back again after next Wednesday I will be here again.
Next
Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Today Tuesday, next Tuesday. And only Thursday. Thursday many of you cannot come anyway. So, but here small class, but that will be I'll out.
I have a question, Maharaj. Can I take something? We're going to have the
Hello.
But he's here
Yeah,
this
that's what I
week.
thought.
So we
When
didn't,
is when are we gonna start?
we're thinking next week.
Next week Wednesday?
Monday and Wednesday.
Or we gonna be